going for the kill. It's 5 plus 8, you know the deal.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Detroit Lions. Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get this up to the 39.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Goff now looking to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
This to Laporta, right side. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Got his man, it's Williams. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal
at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play.
Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Now Purdy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 9 yards.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Kirby Joseph there to drop it.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Get set, get set. We're going 18. There we go. That's up.
A first carry here for Jordan James. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Purdy now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Get set, get set.
And throwing here, Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something, because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And this will wind up the Lions first down as we get this out to about the 42.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaiah Pacheco, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Makes the score Lions.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And under the Giants' pressure, he's brought down. That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell.
What a quick start to the drive, but now for the team that really needed it. In only a few seconds, the opposing QB found himself on the turf, and the defense is celebrating 2nd and long.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Purdy. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's now a 3rd and 4. Purdy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. A give right side for Pacheco. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Off play action. Here's Goff. That's complete to the Porter. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Goff. Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
All right, rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true to you, because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Now Goff. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before he gave this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
At the 28-yard line.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the Lions have moved out in front. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 21-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few compressions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Purdy looking to throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Gets this one to Juszczyk. Touchdown, 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, 37 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. Accelerating, and off he goes. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
And this return going to come to a quick end as he's belted at the end of that one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. First by him near the 35. Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Lions, first down.
Now it's Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Goff. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Again, Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Purdy from the gun. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction forced. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. Purdy. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the third sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Give them 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talking about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Purdy on 4th down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Now Purdy. And this one is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Aiden Hutchinson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I see him shaking the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Throwing here, Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brock Purdy, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have cut the lead back down to 2.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the 2nd time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points, hard to catch up. That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for 2 unless you absolutely have to.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They begin on the ground with Galindo. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
If you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. That good for 22 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Isaac Guerrero, a 23-yard run. And the 49ers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. Boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6.
Lions 28. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
16 yards.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
To the air again, Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
From the gun, here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28.
5 yards on the play. That's another Detroit Lions first down.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Goff throwing again. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That's good for the Lions.
Here's Goff. That's complete to the Porter. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
A gain of 14. And the 49er first down.
Get set, get set.
First man through, it's the fullback use check. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Purdy now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Purdy looking to throw. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's got room. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Purdy going to give it to Garindo. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play with the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Another try for Garindo. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, 49ers.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now. They run it with James. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you, the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
They'll come up now. This is second and long. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down. Here's Purdy. He'll try and do this himself. And the Niners are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
Here's Guerrero on first down.
And he stopped immediately there. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big.
A handoff running right, Guerrero.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. They'll come up first and 10 here. Goff now to throw. St. Brown on the catch. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
3 yards. And the Lions first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's first down.
Listen. 120, 2 for 1. We're good.
One last throw here for Goff. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.
I just wanna rock. Body out of y'all.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna I just wanna rock. Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. That's my heart. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
MC, make another hit.
Whoa. This ain't what you want.
Project,
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Yeah.